Coming to the stage, welcome your next comic, Marylee Stevenson.
I'm Jan Ben's diversity comic tonight. Let's see, age, okay, I'm senior, 76, and I'm a lesbian, and that'll do it for now. Okay. I've been doing this actually for quite a long time. I took Jan's class again thinking, well, I gotta sharpen the old mind, and I'm working on that. But I have a dream still, or as a comic, as a performer. And my dream is that, sure enough, one day, there's going to be in that audience an agent, a director, a showrunner. What they're doing in Laugh Lines in New West, I don't know. But they're going to be there and they're going to say, we want her. We want her. And it'll work out. Her people, their people call my people. But, you know, if they're going to make me a star, it's going to take at least 3 years to work up the sitcom or the tour. And, you know, if I'm 76 now, I may not even be around for that. And then what's worse is, it's one thing that I would become a star, but what's even worse is, I don't know if I have time to be a has-been. And, you know, to be able to have big posters at maybe at what's it called? River Rock Casino, right? That doesn't work out. Edgewater Casino. That doesn't work out. Pierogi night at the Polish Cultural Center. You know, one way or the other, it's got to happen. But that's it, time moving on. And I decided that I would rent out a room in my place to students. Why not? You know, it helps a little income, and, you know, I could give them advice. You live long enough, and you can give people advice, whether they want it or not. But you could give them that advice. And so, by the way, anybody here go to or have relatives at Capilano University? Why aren't you doing your homework? What are you doing here? Great place. And so it's wonderful, you know, all these students, the youth. And but I have to ask myself sometimes, what have I done? What have I done wrong? Because here's what I got, right? The first year, it was a young woman who was a vegan, okay? And she would sneak out at night and clip the kale from the gardens next door for her smoothies. And then the next one was, and no disrespect intended, was anorexic. I never saw that person eat, but the refrigerator, because it's divided, their food, my food, the refrigerator was just stocked with gigantic bottles of vegan, what is it? No, it's not, that's not it. I always forget that. Gluten-free water. I mean, just one after the other. And then, you know, I didn't want to be unkind, but I mean, really. And then the last one was this, it was a farm boy, really, just like you think of. He actually wore coveralls. A farm boy from Saskatchewan. And he comes in, and he says, you know, I've had a garden at home, and I want to have a garden here. I said, oh, yeah, fine, you know. It was a grow-op, and it was in the bathroom, and, you know, and I said, what is this? He said, no. He said, no GMOs, non-GMO, it's organic, same thing we had back home. Maybe I should go for a cut, I don't know. But then the other thing was my electricity bill, you can imagine, eh? I get all these notices from BC Hydro. We want to point out to you, your electricity has spiked 1,000 this month, you know. So I don't know, I'm going to try to work out, I think it's called filtering instead of screening these days. I'm going to do a little filtering better. But returning to the advice and the wisdom, because my favorite saying is, this ain't my first rodeo. I'm on about my 50,000th rodeo, okay? But anyway, so it's about tattoos. It's about tattoos, and I want you to listen, particularly if you're in the younger range, of which there are 3 or 4 here today. Your skin does change over time. I mean, every morning I stand there in front of the mirror with like nothing on, and I do the wrinkly review, right? And I say, where is everything? What's happening? It's okay. I have to accept. I don't want to deny that, but it's a fact, right? That's change. So like, people need to plan ahead. Plan ahead. I have a PhD too, right? So I know about these things. You need to plan ahead. And I saw this young woman the other day, and she was tall, slender, beautiful. She had tattoos starting here, and they looked like lace, or like they had been knitted on. It must have been rather painful, the knitting needles, but she had those on, and they went there, and they went all the way down, and all the way down her arms, and I thought, this is wonderful, but 30, 40 years, she's going to look like a human slinky, right? And she'll be the kind, I don't slinkies always go downstairs. She can go upstairs, too. She's got everything. And then, let's just think, if we will, about like your macho Harley motorcycle guy. And Harleys have the wings. That's their thing, the wings. So you can get, as macho dude, your tattoo like on your arm, and it's going to show the wings and everything. And so you can be sitting around a pub or whatever Harley guys do, and you can say, oh yeah, here it is. But as you age, you're going to have to say, oh yeah, I got one. I got the wings. Just here we go. And you pull it out. That's fine. There's one wing. There's the next. And then you go back again. And so you look like an asshole. Who's going to believe you? And so, thanks to Jordan there. And but then you see, if you thought ahead, you could get one in the first place that anticipates when it's gone back. You strip, and there's all the little tops. And you could have it designed so that is a whole design in itself. Just like those old books, that have the watermarks. So either way, young, you got it, old, you got it. Okay? So that actually was supposed to be my most killing last line, and it hasn't worked. But I want you to know that if, just in case, you want any advice on any of this, and including tattoos, just see me after the show. Thanks so much.
Give it up for Marylee Stevenson.